Before we talk about the sports teams, why don't we do Name That Tune?
Sure.
That'll give our listeners a chance to call in. And again, the number here, 248-557-3300. Now, let me give you a little background on these tunes before we play them. Years ago, like 150 years ago, I got out of high school, and a friend of mine and I decided, because we're both musicians, why don't we start our own band? We're good friends. We'll start this band together. We'll make millions of dollars and have a lot of fun. Great. So we did. We split everything 50-50, the cost, the equipment. We got everything going. And he said, oh, by the way, there are 3 songs that we will never do with this band. And I said, well, what are those? And he listed them off. I can't give you the titles now because those are the 3 songs we're going to play.
That's awesome.
And I said, but we have to do those songs. And he said, no, because we are musicians. We're going to play music. We're not going to play this stuff. I think he had another word for stuff, but I'm not sure. And we came from 2 different philosophies. His was, we're musicians, therefore we're going to play quality music only. And mine was, yeah, that's all true, except these people are paying us. And if they want something, we have to give it to them. It's kind of like buying a car. I want the Mustang, 2016 Mustang, and they give you a 1979 Chevelle instead. No, I want the Mustang. I'm paying for it, and I want it. And so we had some rather heated discussions and debates about it. And he finally agreed, fine, but I'm not going to play those songs. I'll just sit out. Well, okay, that's fine. You can sit out, but we're still going to play these songs. And eventually he started playing them. He realized, oh, yeah, we're getting paid for this. We probably ought to do it. And you get paid quite a bit as a band member for playing in weddings. You do a classical music concert, you might, this is back in the day, I don't know what they pay now, you might get 40 or 50 bucks. A wedding was paying 200. So, okay, if they want these 3 songs, I'll play them 10 times if they want, since they're paying, since they asked for them. And so we're going to play these 3 songs. Everybody should know these. These are silly songs that are played at almost every wedding reception, and it encourages people to get out there and dance and act kind of foolish, but everybody has a blast. And so here we go with Name That Tune. Call in and win a copy of my CD, Vibes of the Night or Christmas Vibes. The number is 248-557-3300. So here we go. I can see everybody up and dancing in the living room or around the office. Song number 1, and my friend had a good point. That is a silly song.
It is a silly song.
That's not something,
It happens at every single wedding, and everybody gets up, everybody dances.
You got it. And here is song number 2. Also a silly wedding song that encourages people to dance. Song number 2. I actually learned that song from my own mother when I was about 3 years old.
I think you and everybody else.
Even then, I thought it was the silliest song I'd ever heard. It is silly, but when you get paid $200, you play that song all night.
All night long.
All right, here's song number 3. And again, these are silly songs that are played at wedding receptions. Everybody better get this one. Woo.
You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
All right, there are your 3 silly wedding reception dance songs that are played at every wedding reception, right?
That's right.
If those 3 songs, Celebration and Proud Mary, are the 5 guaranteed to be played. So call in if you know them, 248-557-3300. Anybody who calls in gets all 3, wins a copy of one of my CDs. All right, do we have any callers for Name That Tune this morning? We do. We do. All right, let's see who our caller is this morning and see if he or she can get those 3. George is on the line. See if George can get our 3 silly wedding reception tunes. George, good morning, sir. How you doing?
Yes, I'm doing fine. I've been to several wedding receptions, and I've heard all 3 of those songs.
Beautiful. What do you got?
So one of them is the, excuse me, the first one is the chicken dance.
Yes, sir.
Second one is the bunny hop.
Yes, sir.
And the third one's the hokey pokey.
You got it. How about a round of applause for George? We got about 1,000 people here in the studio.
The thing is, my sisters used to play those last 2 songs. I used to hear those at home all the time because my sisters grew up in the 50s, and when I was a young kid, about 4 or 5, all I heard was that kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I'm familiar with that.
You know, as silly as they are, they're actually kind of fun to listen to. They're certainly fun to dance to, but they're actually pretty well written and kind of cool tunes to listen to. But
Yes, they are.
with the musician crowd, they got a bad name because they're always asked to play those. You know, every musician will like to have somebody at a wedding reception say, "Hey, can you guys play Beethoven's Ninth Symphony or some Mozart?" But it's not going to happen. But
No.
they will say, "Do you guys know the chicken dance? How about the bunny hop, man?" You'll get that all the time. And since you're being paid, that's probably what you ought to do.
Right.
George, are you a musician as well?
I fooled around with the guitar a little bit and the piano. I've done a little bit with those.
All right. Can you play these 3 songs if you had to?
Yes, I think I could. I think I could play the last 2.
All right. Well, very
Might be able to play. I don't know about the first one.
Okay. Well, you could learn that one. It's not too hard.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, George. You've won a copy of my CD, Vibes in the Night. Features me.
Okay.
Sounds like bragging and narcissism all over the place, but it's not. It's just me playing piano, bass, drums, and the percussion as well as vibraphone. So we'll ship that out to you.
Okay.
We're going to put you on hold. Don't go away. Our producer's
right.
going to get your full name and address, and I will ship
Alrighty.
that out to you Wednesday at the latest. You'll get it in your mailbox Thursday or Friday.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Congratulations, George, and thanks for calling in. Please do so
Hey.
again.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. You bet.